What's going on, guys? Wanted to speak briefly about something. I just finished my lunch, so I don't have much time for my lunch break. So nobody tells you that. I remember that God loves you, Christ loves you, and I love you as well. I'm praying for you guys. I know this is a day that a lot of people reflect on what happened years ago, but make sure you spend time with people that you love. That's one of the most important things, and cherish it too. I think with social media and with everything that's been going on in the past few days, there's tragedies and stuff, that a lot of people feel like they have to be around negative energy and be among it. You don't have to. That is your choice. So I'd say at these times and stuff like that, be around people that love you and like being around you. And if you ain't rocking with whatever people are saying, you don't even have to let it be known to other people you don't know. You could just let it go. You can change the channel. You can cut it off. You can go outside. You can stay in the home. You can do a whole bunch of stuff. But make sure you guys know that I do love you guys. Make sure you subscribe to the Taking Home podcast, where I talk about professional wrestling topics, and I put my matches up as classic out for professional wrestler of 13 years. Make sure you also subscribe to C3 Ultimate Wrestling. That is me and my wife's professional wrestling company. Subscribe to both channels. I wanted to speak about two things real quick before I go back to work. I wanted to talk about one of the main things that people have been talking about yesterday, and that is WrestleMania 43 potentially being in Saudi Arabia. Now, a lot of people, the speculation was at first that they were going to have their own version of WrestleMania, and America was going to have their own version of it, like they did a few years ago. They had the Royal Rumble in America, and then in Saudi Arabia they had the greatest Royal Rumble, and it was like 40 people compared to the traditional 30. So a lot of people were probably like, they're going to do the same thing for WrestleMania, but apparently and allegedly that the WrestleMania 43 is just going to happen in Saudi Arabia, and that's going to be WrestleMania for that year. So of course, a lot of people are upset, a lot of people are mad, a lot of people are disgusted, because a lot of people don't like some of the strict stuff that they have going on in Saudi Arabia. A lot of people wanted it to be in America so they could get tickets to go, because not a lot of people are going to buy tickets and buy flights and trying to get a hotel to go out there to watch it. Some will. I don't think a lot of people will personally, but some will if you got the money or whatever like that. If you can afford it, by all means, if you want to do that, I'm not going to sit there and stop you, but a lot of people are, for the most part, upset that it's in Saudi Arabia, allegedly. Like this, they could do one gonna be here and another gonna be there. They could do night one. I don't know. See, I don't even like 2-night WrestleManias. I don't like 2-night SummerSlams. I don't like 2-night PLEs, period. But still, so a lot of people are already airing their grievances and frustrations on social media about the situation, because they wanted it to be in America. Like, it's like on top of already spending an arm and a leg and your firstborn to even get tickets to go to a WrestleMania. Now you want to take it to Saudi Arabia, and you know, some people plan probably to go in 2 years or whatever. Now I'm going to say this, because you know they've been doing business with Saudi Arabia for the longest, and then I know when people saw that Vince was leaving and stuff, a lot of people thought, oh, they're not doing it no more, they're not going over there no more. No, they do shows, two shows per year, and I think that's the agreement that they have. They make a lot of money out there. And the biggest thing that people need to realize is that, one, it's not owned by Vince anymore, and two, it's a business. So the main thing in business is you're going to try to make a lot of money. And that's just the biggest thing about it. That's it. So Saudi Arabia, they paying them a whole bunch of money to come out there. They're going to bring it out there. A lot of people probably have different beliefs, probably don't like going out there, but they're going to go out there for job security, and they may get paid more money. And that's just one of those things. WrestleManias, Royal Rumbles, SummerSlams, all of this stuff, it's going to the highest bidder now. It's not, oh, well, we want to be loyal to this city and let you guys have one of the biggest shows of all time. No. How much is your city paying for? How much will your city give us? What's up, Raphael? God bless you. How much will your city or will your state pay us to come do PLEs? Look at what's going on with New Orleans. New Orleans was supposed to get WrestleMania 42. They were supposed to get WrestleMania coming up, but they lost the bid to Las Vegas. I'm gonna say Los Angeles, Las Vegas. They lost it to Las Vegas, so now they're going to Las Vegas. God bless you, sir. because Vegas gave more money and they probably give more revenue money way. So Las Vegas. If I was New Orleans, I'd be upset because they did say allegedly that they'd get either WrestleMania another year or they'd get like another PLE. But if I was New Orleans, I wouldn't even trust it because somebody could outbid them for those spots. SummerSlam, I believe, was supposed to be in Minneapolis this year. I forgot where it was at this year. Was it LA? It wasn't where it was supposed to be. It wasn't where they was promoting. Like they're promoting. Promoting costs money. So as soon as you put a SummerSlam 2-night event is coming to Minneapolis, people are already saving money. People are already trying to book hotels. People are already trying to do a whole bunch of stuff, right? Now, when you change it, now people probably can't get a refund or they're just going to be upset. They got their kids ready. And like I said, it's not moral business. It's not for WWE to care. They're just trying to make money, or TKO, let alone. So that does kind of suck. So now with WrestleMania 43 probably being in Saudi Arabia, it's to the highest bidder. Every PLE is to the highest bidder. Like, you better hope and pray when WWE is coming to your city or your town that they actually do the event. It was MetLife and SummerSlam. Okay, this year. Okay, thank you. So, yeah, New York, New Jersey. Yep, that's exactly where it was at. It was supposed to be in Minneapolis at one point, but it goes to the highest bidder. Each PLE goes to the highest bidder now. Oh, we did say we was going to go to WrestleMania next year, but now we're changing it. We're going to Las Vegas. We'll give New Orleans something else. And that's just what it is. Like, I don't even know. I think Las Vegas and Indiana has great bidding stuff for WWE PLEs. What's going on, cool kid? Because Indianapolis, they got a lot of money from doing Royal Rumble last year. And then even now, WrestlePalooza, that's in Indianapolis and stuff like that, a big event. I know some people are already talking about that the prices for the tickets are insane, but still, that's the weirdest thing WWE doing. Yeah, they keep doing it because it's the highest bidder. They went to Las Vegas this year, then they're going back. Like, that's not even common for them to do. Like, they'll do things in rotation, you know, LA, New York, New Jersey, New Orleans. Like, a lot of these things, Florida, it's like a rotation. Now it's just to the highest bidder. It's with TKO and everything like that. Highest bidder. PLEs is the highest bidder. So it's like, hey, you may have it 1 minute, but then as soon as another city says, hey, we want y'all in town, it's going to go there if they're paying more. WWE's not going to apologize. They're just going to say, hey, we'll see you when we see you. And that's TKO's doing too. So price tickets are expensive. Yeah, I know a lot of people are saying like the tickets are high. Like, I've said this before. Me and my wife, we thought about going to WrestleMania this year, but then we saw the prices for even the nosebleeds, like against the wall, like so far back you won't even see the ring. You'd have to look at the screen to look at the show. And the lowest for those was $1,000. $1,000 for seats that I'm not even looking at the actual action. I'm looking at a screen. I can look at that screen at home. So when we did try to buy it for $1,000 each, it was also like $1,000 service fee. So you wanted me to pay $3,000 for WrestleMania tickets from people that I can't even see in the ring. And then I also got to get a flight. I also got to get a hotel, and I also got to get food. Like, even they had like golden packages and then, you know, special packages. The special packages was crazy too for prices. So, hey, if you got it, you got it. But that ain't what that we weren't on that type of time. So they are making a lot of money. They're very profitable. So of course they're going to go to the highest bidder, because the biggest thing about making money is that you want to make more money for real. I heard 11,000 for the good ones, and 1,000 for and then with the WrestleMania stuff, the tickets change because it's Ticketmaster. Ticketmaster does something where it's like if it's a high demand for tickets or something, they alter the prices. So like at one point, front row was $8,000 a ticket, and then it went to like 10,000, then I think even 12,000. So I'm not into doing that stuff. If I'm paying for that much, you're going to give me a WWE contract, and I am going to be wrestling for you guys. because I am going to get it back either in blood or in employment, because y'all are not about to do that. Now, if you do that, that's your choice. I'm not going to say nothing to you, discouraging or disrespectful. If you got it, you got it. How much was it in the night? Couple of hundreds. There was a couple people that spoke about when they went to WrestleMania a few years ago, before the TKO thing, they had seats on the floor near the ring, and it was like $300 or $400 per ticket. And even for night ones and night twos, they were saying that those tickets were either $300 for both tickets or $300 for each. So $600 for that to just sit close to the ring. It's not like that anymore. And that goes into my next point. There's stuff going around talking about Vince McMahon always wanted to have tickets that were reasonable prices for people to go to the shows, for family to go, and stuff like that. I was like, do y'all miss Vince now? Do y'all miss Vince now? That's what I was saying. I remember being $300. Yeah, $300. They were saying that Vince wanted it to be enough for people to, if they can't afford it, they can try to afford it. So have cheaper tickets and stuff like that, so families can go. Because, you know, if you got a family of 5 and you're trying to go to WrestleMania, that is definitely going to put a damper into your financial situation because of how much these tickets are. But apparently Vince, before all of this stuff, and even when he was running WWE, he wanted it to be for better or worse, reasonable prices. Y'all miss him? But this goes into a good point. You know, this person might have been a bad person and did a whole bunch of stuff, but that doesn't mean that these people don't do good things. And I'm not sitting there saying you got to be nice to them, you got to work the ground and work on. But look at what everything's going on. Everything is a business. It is a business form. Not everybody miss Vince, right? Like, yeah, Vince did some crazy stuff, but you know, he ran a successful company for a long time. Even when it went stale, it still was the number one company. Nobody said, oh, well, we're going to make another company number one since WCW was bought out by WWE. And there's other options. There was Impact, you know, there's AEW. There's a whole bunch of stuff, and they've gotten better. And like I said, people are like, oh, it got better when Vince left. No, it started getting better like after COVID, when they started doing stuff outside. And even then, during the Thunderdome, the PLEs was pretty good. The matches were good, and the storylines was consistent. I'm not gonna lie, sir. Yeah, he did some certain things. He knew how to run his company. Now, how he manipulated and twisted stuff, horrible ways. But if there was one thing that I did want Triple H to learn from, is to how to just be profitable and also be reasonable. You know, WrestlePalooza seems like it'll be a fun show to go to. Like I said, Indianapolis is not that far from my house, but I'm not gonna go because of the prices. The prices are crazy. If I wanted to, I could go, but at the same time, they've been kind of consistently inconsistent when it comes to certain things. So why would I want to spend all of that money for a show I may enjoy? I'd rather spend it on money that I know for a show that I will enjoy. And that's very important. Triple Fraud needs to be a better booker. The thing is, that's the problem. They're so successful, they don't want to listen to nobody because people want to see the wrestlers. They don't care about the story. They want to see the wrestlers. Cena is in his final year, and they flubbed that whole heel turn, but people want to see Cena because this is his last year. You want to say, hey, I was on the Cena tour, the Last Time Is Now tour, and I wanted to see John Cena because I either grew up watching him or I see him and he's a superhero. So it don't even matter. Cody Rhodes doing all of the stuff that he's doing and stuff. People want to see him. People want to see Roman. People want to see Punk, see Rollins. They want to see these people. And I'm happy for these wrestlers individually. I really am. I'm happy for them because there was times where, like, if Vince or whoever didn't like them, you wouldn't see them on TV, or they went through stuff to make themselves look stupid, for sure. But at the same time, it's just like they don't care about stories. They don't care about stuff being consistent because they know that people are going to eat out of the palm of their hands. So, yeah, that's definitely an aspect of Vince that I wish would sprinkle all on WWE as far as ticket prices and stuff. You know, I think a lot of people have been very vocal. You know, for WWE to say they be listening to the fans and, you know, y'all listen to when people wanted R-Truth back, even though y'all try to act like it was a story. Y'all sit here, y'all try to bring people back that people like. Y'all try to bring in celebrities and stuff like that. Y'all been very, very quiet when it comes to these ticket prices because that's like one of the main things that people have been talking about. People have been talking about them ticket prices. Hey, what's up with these ticket prices? Hey, this need to be cheaper and stuff like that. I want to bring my family, but we ain't gonna go. We're gonna go to AEW. We're gonna go to Impact. We're gonna go to an independent scene. We're gonna go somewhere else. Why y'all not responding to that? I mean, I know why, but still, this scene last year, this is crazy. It's almost done. Yeah. Basically, we're in the middle of this month, so it's less than 3 months. We're basically 4 days removed, 4 days away from being in the middle. But still, I did want to speak about this a little bit before I did go back to work. I did want to speak about hear your thoughts about it. Like I said, I'm gonna be at work, but you guys comment. Obviously, I'm going to comment back. You know, what do you guys think of it potentially being in Saudi Arabia, WrestleMania 43? And how do you feel about Vince's assessment about having cheaper tickets? Let me know what you guys think. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, evening, afternoon, wherever time zone you're at. This is Chris Classic. Let's take it home.